So this is part 2 of my songwriting session. I'm going to be taking the idea that I had in part 1 and just adapting off of that some more, and as I go along I might talk about different bits of music theory that I've learned that I'm actually implementing into this as I go. So just one little notice from the last video: I've changed a couple things with just the ending of the little first verse thing I wrote there. So before I was going towards the direction of having some sort of kind of perfect cadence, and I actually decided that I did want to go for that, but I just instead changed a chord there. So I'll just show quickly what I came up with in the end. We can go to verse 2 from that. I want verse 2 to be quite similar, but I might change a couple chords around. And I might have a different lick. So when I in that first part, when I went into this chord here, it was from that G there. I wanted that C7 there, and turned it into that kind of shape. Instead, what I might do is make a little bit more of an interesting lick there, just to create a bit of variation between the two. That's nice. So that's kind of what I mean, just a slightly different lick. So if I try that, what I just played there, because that was actually quite nice. I might change those chords for the second verse as well. So there I'm playing just an A7 going into a D7 and then resolving on the G. But I might do something different instead. Use some of those chords that I learned, which are some of your 13 chords and your more extended chords. That's nice as well. Literally all I'm doing is just replacing the third there with a sixth. That's quite nice in the G, that is. Just adds a bit of difference to it, which again is some of the things I've learned from like voice leadings and inversions, and just moving some of the notes around can make a lot of difference as well. So that's essentially all I'm doing there, just changing one of the notes essentially and moving them. So continuing on, we've got that, which as well is a perfect cadence. So I'm just going to try and play through that now, what I've come up with. Just those two slightly different verses, and then we'll see what I can go with. I talked in the last session about a jazzy kind of middle eight, which I started playing, which went a little bit something like this. And I might play around with that as well. But let's just see what we've got. Verse 2. And I might do that as well, just changing some of those notes. So instead I went with a... I did that. I went back to the G. What I might do instead is take that and go... sorry. Just slightly different. Me to go in that as well, so that jazzy little... Nice bit of voice lead in there that I'm using. Goes into that jazzy bit. quite like, I did something kind of nice then. Trying to find it again. C major 7 to G major 7. Just want to try and find a way to get back to that C7 there. Because I know where I want to go now. Finish that and then go back into a verse and end again with that perfect cadence. End of song. But I just need to try and find a chord to get there. I think I've got that middle 8 bit now, so now all to do is just record that, piece those bits together, and then we've got a song predominantly out of the skills and the concepts that I've researched, inversions and voice leadings and cadences as well, understanding what they mean, and really understanding how to use them and what kind of sound that kind of perfect cadence can give. I've used my extended chords and inversions as well, as I said, and voice leadings. As you can see, I'm leading with different voicings that I've using, creating the way I've written this, I think, is I've created a melody from those chords and then built on that melody, which essentially is what voice leading is. And for me, that's a completely new way of songwriting, which I hadn't really explored before. I only knew before this point basic chord progressions, how to move from, all these different chords, but I never knew how to actually implement a melody into that and use that as the driving force for your chord progression. And I think that alone has really changed my way of songwriting, which is very, very nice to see. So now, once I've pieced them together and practiced it, I'll record just a quick demonstration of my final little song that I've made, and then I'll just do a quick video speaking about the whole project and how I felt about it and what I've learned as well.